Okay, I'm just going to tell you a quick story about how it all happened for me. Um, I moved into a place, got some great broadband, could finally watch YouTube videos properly, so I started searching around. There was this guy I once knew who told me about a set of ideas called the New World Order. I decided to do a search on the internet and on YouTube for something called the New World Order. This led me on a journey of kind of discovery, and eventually to Alex Jones, the guy you're seeing in front of you right now. I watched a number of his different films, including, of course, Endgame. This is a scene from Endgame you're seeing in front of you now, which had a very terrifying and post-apocalyptical beginning to it. So I started to get a bit afraid, and I started to believe everything that Alex Jones told me, and I started to look into his ideas in greater detail. Now, when we look into the policy or the idea of depopulation, you eventually come to find out about these things called FEMA camps, which are supposed to have gas chambers and basically numerous fun ways to kill innocent human beings in them, being run by a massive military complex, or a military-industrial complex, as Alex Jones calls it. I started to have some suspicions at that point that there was something wrong with what Alex Jones was talking about, because if what he was saying was true, and that there was some potential global depopulation about to happen, why on earth would any responsible citizen who has the means to educate be terrifying people to become a part of a movement which could possibly jeopardize their lives, bearing in mind if what Alex Jones is saying, then these people listen to every single one of our phone calls, watch every single one of our YouTube videos, know each and every single email that we send, know every single keystroke on our computers, know everyone we've subscribed to, and where every single penny and or dollar has gone from our bank accounts. I started thinking that this guy, Alex Jones, may be doing something to endanger the lives of individuals if his theory was correct. So I started thinking maybe there was something else wrong with the Alex Jones theories. Then I started to follow up on what Alex Jones was talking about to try and do one of his experiments. He carried on saying the same phrase, there's too much evidence, there's too much evidence. Go onto Google and you'll see how many millions of references there are on Google. So this is what I did. I actually spent rather a long time searching through Google under the search term New World Order to try and find out what I could directly from any sources. I've tried Google Scholar, I've tried all different parts of Google, and there were no reputable sources. I'm not talking about conspiracy theory sources, but reputable sources, or damn few reputable sources, that had any connection with what he was talking about at all. Thus, Alex Jones demonstrated to me that essentially what he was talking about was flawed in some manner. I started to look a little deeper into this, and as you can see here, I did a video about the environmental message that Alex Jones was talking about. And I talked for a while about the idea that it was the sun that was heating up, that was causing global warming, which is what Alex Jones asserts within Endgame and within the Obama deception. And I then found some YouTube videos from a reputable scientist, or a person who actually understands real science, which demonstrates that this phenomenon called solar forcing was in fact incorrect. And I demonstrated through one of my videos that essentially this theory of Alex Jones was actually incorrect. I then had a look deeper into the actual methods that Alex Jones was using within his films. And there would often be the websites where people could go to buy, and the key word here is buy, some of his information products, namely access to the films, to be able to download the files, to be able to do research from his site, from a paying site. And this is typical internet marketing techniques. You give someone something for free, and you provide them with links where they can go and then spend some money. if they become sufficiently addicted. So what we're looking at is a very good quality internet business. I don't know whether Alex Jones is just doing this just for the money, but maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But if we put together all this evidence, the fact that he starts off with presupposition that, you know, everyone's going to die if they go against a New World Order. So he drums up support for politics which is against the New World Order, thus in accordance with his views, not mine, putting millions of people's lives in jeopardy. Alright? Then we have a look at, you know, what could actually happen if people were against the New World Order, theoretically. I mean, this is all just YouTube videos and hype, you know what I mean? Then we look at the fact that there isn't the evidence out there that he was talking about. We then have a look at the fact that the alleged evidence which Alex Jones has got on the you know, the real scientific stuff is in fact not good evidence at all. It is in fact refuted, so therefore the information sources that Alex Jones works from are in fact incorrect. Alright? It takes more than one particular scientific study to be able to say that something is a hard and fast fact. And this is something which Alex Jones seems to have basically missed out on, and he's using faulty information, faulty evidence as the basis for some of his main theses. Alright. And then we look at the fact that there's this typical traditional internet marketing methodology. Give someone something for free, get them addicted, and give them the links so they can then participate financially. And you start thinking, well, maybe there's something more to this than just someone philanthropically trying to save people. I would say that all this is, you know, sufficient pause for thought for anyone who is a supporter of Alex Jones and his thesis. I would say that this is sufficient pause for consideration that maybe Alex Jones is wrong, and there may be some other motives as to why he's doing his stuff. The current economic decline is an ideal opportunity for someone to, you know, if they were selling conspiracy theories, and there were people like losing their jobs or going down to 4-day weeks or struggling to pay the mortgage, you know, to really cash in. Think about it. Just think about it. That's all I'm asking you to do. But it doesn't make sense to say that Alex Jones is right. And we can see that there is some deception here, just purely on the basis of the global warming stuff. We can see that there is some deception happening. Whether Alex Jones did this intentionally, we don't know. We can't say that. But there is some deception going on here.